Hello to a new video. Yeah, sick videos while being sick recording. So in this video we'll be focusing again on xwar 2310 and xwar 2340. Another request of the beautiful xwar of how to beat xwar 10 and 40. So let's enter and do the normal battle analysis of the losing team on the other side, of course. So we have a focus on the technology faction with 4 from the technology faction. We have Pixel deals damage and does do a debuff and recovers his own HP. Yeah, not the most beneficial hero to use unless he's really overpowered. Then we have the main difficulty in any of these xwar stages. It's either Storm Falcon or the Queen of Desert, right? So Storm Falcon. Then we have Lucy Stormwalker, who can deal burst damage. She is annoying. She is. Then of course Samurai Girl Toku with pursuit and continuous damage. She becomes another additional problem amongst all these. So the main issue in this xwar 10 are the free back lineups. So we have a draft of 4, HP plus 15, attack plus 10, right? Let's look into what lineup we basically can use. So there's a high focus on technology, so we can use Superman faction, which will be strong against it. Now, in terms of you're wondering, Storm Falcon, what should I do? For Storm Falcon, you should use Eve, Lady Ivy, right? You should also use Einstein for resurrecting any hero that dies. Again, your favorite neighborhood girl, Toku, you're gonna need her. After that, you need something to recover HP, hopefully. Well, you can go with one of 3. Either Sally, or Thinker, or Afra. I'll go with Afra, but and then back again to the main point of using the Superman faction. You do need to notice that there is the Nature faction and the Superman faction also on the other side. So we can use one technology, which is recommended. Rockefeller. Why specifically Rockefeller? Because of his stun ability that comes in beneficial for attacking Storm Falcon, Stormwalker, and Samurai Girl. Now, the remaining slot, we can use another Superman faction for the added buff bonus. And let's see who we're gonna choose. Yeah, let's go with the 910 blah 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 blah. Again, you can use the single attack ship or the Dimension Hunter specifically for this one. I'm just gonna take it out. It's gonna make it too easy. Now we can see I have a draft of 4 plus 15 plus 10. Draft of 4 plus 15 plus 10. The power overall difference is 5 million ish against 9 million. Let's go. I'll leave the commentary because one of the first things you're gonna notice, and I'll speed up. First, there is declining ability of Eve. Second, the resurrection ability of Einstein. And at the same time, you need enough HP to do exactly what I just did and survive the first initial attack. Right? And then as you can see, it's just smooth sailing. If you can survive with enough HP, the original attack, it's done. Now, alternative scenario. Storm Falcon versus Storm Falcon. we're gonna focus on the lovely technology faction, right? Yes, that combo of lineups. 5 from the technology faction, right? Why? To actually push on the pursuit ability. That's exactly what we were doing now. Pushing by Kong, Space Kong camp on the pursuit point that Toku uses in terms of speed and attack is what we're looking for. Now let's do another lineup. As you might have noticed, there's a high focus on Toku in actually being the main hero. Now we're gonna use something a little bit different. One god hero, and let's see, yeah, one in there. And then let's see, Fury Wave, which actually is very beneficial in this. Then we're gonna use Julia for damage immunity, and we're going to end it with one discipline. Now we have a draft of 5, HP plus 20, attack plus 20. And yes, it's specifically tailored for a specific reason like that. How? We have 4 from the Superman faction, 1 from the Nature faction, and Nature who can act on being from the Superman faction. So that's 5 and 1. Let's go. Sorry, the sickness. Being sick. Now we gain damage immunity. Right? Bye-bye for a couple of them. As we can see, Fury Wave is using the waiting game and attack a number of them, causing to their death. Right? And Andrea is attacking again with the waiting game, and Toku finishes it off. See, can be done. Remember, this is an overall power that's pretty much similar to the other side. Right? One final lineup, and then let's move to, well, level 40. xwar 2340. Right. We're gonna go with the selection of the Universe Hero engine. Let's see which one. And the Dark Hero. Same concept anyway. We're using a draft of 4 heroes from the same faction and 1 hero from Universe, which gives an additional armor plus 25. Yeah, a little bit weird, but it actually does work. And bye-bye to these 2. And as you can see, Toku is trying to finish the General of Rescue in no vein. Didn't really work. Anna will take her out. I believe in Anna. Sakupa. And then boom, remaining 3. I did say Anna's gonna take her out. He took her out, and he took out Storm Falcon. 1 second, I'll adjust the music. Right, so as we can see, a difference of faction and a difference of draft can actually win even at a lower level than what we can fight. We actually go full head on with the top fighters we have. We're looking at 12 and 13 million, right? So that pretty much summons xwar 2310. I hope it clarifies any questions you have, and like every video we'll have a look at the main hero for that, which is Toku. Yeah, 3 million plus statuses. And since we focused on Lady Ivy a little bit and Andrea, let's look again. Andrea is pretty much at, as you can see the number, less than 400k. And for Lady Ivy, 700 plus, as you can see. So it doesn't really require a very strong hero. So let's go to the final xwar we have for today, 2340. And it was a hassle, and it is, and it's a pain in the head and the neck when doing it, and you're not strong enough and have damage immunity. By damage immunity, I mean you have damage reduction from certain heroes or factions, basically the sub-faction. So let's start the analysis. 2 nature, 1 Superman, 3 from the technology. Now, Abyss Titan is an amazing hero, but he's lost in Advanced xwar after that. So a draft of 3 we can see, and the main issue is just a sword, that little raccoon looking hamster, whatever he is, squirrel thing. He does an assassin damage by 2 swords that is actually problematic. And then electric arc, from the name Andrea Electric Arc, she'll keep firing the electric arc again and again and again, causing damage, bleeding. And Dragon Warrior just attacks like Jackie Chan, Kung Fu Panda, poof, keep kicking, annoying. These 3 are annoying, actually, one combined. These 3 are okay in terms of armor and defense, but later on in xwar they're pretty much easy to defeat by Toku. So since we're going up against the technology faction again and again, we're gonna go with the Superman faction. And for the Andrea, we have a number of solutions, right? First let's add the Superman faction, and let's not use Tuku for this one. Let's go with the General of Rescue first, Houston, Eve. And for Andrea, you can actually go with him, or you can go with Sally, not of course a number 1, or you can pretty much Andrea versus Andrea, if your Andrea is strong enough. Also you can go with the Saint Matthew, and some Falcon in the middle. Yeah, you can add Mecha Valkyria. Even if she's at excellent, she'll do a good show. Not really confident about winning with this lineup, but probably will work. So you can add him, Gonable, or you can add him. His chains are pretty much the best option, or one of the best options for Andrea. And also Silas, we cannot forget about our good boy Silas. And let's go with this lineup. We are at a draft of 3 heroes from the same faction, just a little bit above the enemy's overall power. And let's see what will happen. And 3 targets have been marked by Eve, I believe. I think. And the General is causing damage, Houston is causing damage, and the bleeding carries on. We're utilizing Falcon's ability to sustain no damage for 2 rounds. Silas attacked Andrea, and Andrea is down. St. Matthew is down. And finally, one last hero remaining. HP recovery has been done. Voila. Now again, let's go above this and try to get the 3 stars. Right. Without using Toku. We're gonna get Einstein and Queen of Desert in number 1. Right. And then we're going to use Lucas, number 4. Sally, number 5. Okay. No. Yeah. Frontline striker Hawkins, save the Africa direction, and 2 of them have already been defeated. And now we're gonna watch and see, will this lineup actually work or not? Don't have a lot of faith in it in the first place. It lacks power. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's lacking a couple of elements that rely on Toku. See, if you add this lineup and then you add one of our more acceptably strong heroes, for instance, yeah, then it will work with a draft of 4 and relying on Toku. Okay, let's have a go at it and see. As you can see, frontline striker and the increase in pursuit really helped to beat it completely in one instance. Now, let's try another lineup because it's all about the fun, right? The last one for this. Fury Wave really wants to fight. Right, so we're gonna put Julian in the number 1, and then we're going to put the Queen of Desert in the number 2, and then frontline striker in number 3. Now we have a draft of 3 now, and then the 9 Foxtails, whatever her name is, draft of 4, and then we're going to put 1 from the universe order and 1 from the God faction, and that puts us at a draft of 5 from the same faction and armor plus 25. It kinda also puts us at a very weak disadvantage, but I wanna try it anyway. Using Valkyria from the God universe and Order from the universe, and bye-bye to them. Bye-bye. They really lacked overall power to work on this. But was worth the attempt to try different combinations for fun. Now the next one is trying the nature faction. I did say it was gonna be the last one, but it's too much fun. We're at a draft of 5, relying on Thinker, Rockefeller, Sally, and of course we're relying on Silas, which is the main attack hero we need against Andrea. And of course we have Andrea herself, Andrea versus Andrea. and Afra for HP recovery. Ooh. See the power difference in my Andre attacking. And bye-bye to 2, and now we're relying heavily on the fantastic Rockefeller and Silas. Silas will always attack Andrea, usually at least. And Rockefeller is being used to stun the enemies while they're being taken out. HP recovery carries on, and at the end, it's a win with 2 stars. Right. And now we can do the final battle. I'm gonna put the lovely monkey Kongi. And let's see. I'm gonna showcase a little bit of let it drop to 3, and let's add Medusa. We're gonna showcase something specific. You see, in the first 2 rounds, Storm Falcon takes no damage, and the number one hero in the first slot is always under attack, right? So putting her gives you 2 rounds without taking damage almost. At the same time, the Queen of Desert keeps resurrecting herself whenever she dies. So putting her in the front liner and putting your attackers in the back liner is a smart thing. Eve, when dying, can actually sprout her seed, I guess, and tangle and twine the entire enemies by percentage. The invincibility that she has really does help Storm Falcon. No damage, we're relying on that. Silas goes for Andrea. 1 enemy has been twined, 2 have been twined by Eve, and Eve is taking heavy damage. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to rely on Silas. Andrea has been defeated. Now we're pretty much relying on if Silas can make it, and he cannot. Good fight. Now it's time to finish them and butcher them the correct and right way without no lowering power, no having to hold back. Right. And then the attack shot. Yeah, that's more like it. Great. Now, before we end this video, let me just explain something, because of all the lineups that are new that I'm using. We have 3 enemy from the technology faction. They have a draft of 3, right? Draft of 3 is equal to HP plus 10 and attack plus 5. Technology heroes are weak against Superman. You get a camp restrain of extra 25% damage if you use Superman heroes against technology. Focus on this point. It will help you in each battle in xwar. Then you have 2 nature and 1 Superman. Now nature is weak against technology. That's where Rockefeller comes in, right? And then we have Superman. Superman is weak against dark heroes. So if I actually wanted to implement this, here's 1 Superman, and then 2 Superman heroes, 1 dark, 1 technology, right? So the technology hero is going to be strong against and beneficial with a 25% extra damage against these two, right? Because they're from the nature faction. Superman faction will be strong against the Abyss Titan because of the camp restrain. Superman versus technology. That's why we use the Superman faction. Finally, Anna will be strong against and cause more damage to the Superman faction, right? The Jackie Chan guy, who no one even has him as a hero. NPC, right? So they will cause enough damage to each of the three factions available in this battle. Superman, technology, and nature, right? So we can just pretty much add God faction and universe to just get the extra buffs, right? If you notice something, it says a drop of 3. God faction heroes are treated as one of the factions. So if you have 2 from Superman, he'll be the 3rd. That's why it says a drop of 3. On the opposite, universe faction, if you've never seen this, if you equip enough universe faction, you're pretty much gonna get this armor plus 25, broken armor plus 20%, critical plus 15, damage immunity plus 15. Now, you might ask, ooh, that's amazing. Yeah, but they're not strong enough, right? So what you can do as a sneaky player, you can go for this. They will all be wiped out immediately because of how weak they are, at least in my team. And you rely on 1 or 2 heroes that are strong enough. The armor plus the broken armor and the critical and the damage immunity will be an increased boost. That's very strong as a boost. So let's remove this and let's see what difference does it make. We have an increase in speed. The 2 have died. If you're looking at the savagery now, yeah, that's the increased speed and all the other additional buffs. Nice, right? Very nice. So you can always rely on a specifically strong hero, right? And give him the boost from all what is below. Let's try to see if Silas will make it with all the additional boosts of speed, because it's more of a wipeout direction. 3 million. That's not gonna work unless you're strong enough up to a degree, but it did cost 10 million damage. So, to play it actually more reasonably safe, okay, we have technology faction, we're gonna use the Superman faction, we're gonna add Houston, which you actually should use. Silas will be in number 5, and then let's see, we're gonna add 1 from the universe faction, so we can have the armor plus 25 and reduce the damage we take. We're going to add Hawkins, and then we need 1 other heavy hitter. The heavy hitter can be anything you choose if it's strong against the enemies. Let's go with the Saint. Yeah, that should be enough. Almost equal power with a huge difference actually. And order dies, is defeated automatically. We have a stunned enemy from the Abyss Titans. Silas attacks Andrea, and she's in warning stats. Houston is kicking them 1 by 1, reducing their armor. The Saint attacks and reduces their HP. All of them were put in danger and warning, and the Saint goes bye-bye. The remaining heroes take out Andrea. General goes after the remaining 2, and they are defeated. So as you can see, different combinations left and right work. It's never exactly one combination, and that's it. You have to do it. Heroes you thought that really don't matter actually make a difference. For instance, if I can find a pixel thing Yeah. Let's get you and let's add Mecha Valkyrie. No, Mecha Valkyrie will die immediately. Let's add you. Yeah. Let's watch Pixel actually attack. And he died because of how weak he is. Funny. Nice. So, to conclude, right, you can pretty much go with the dark faction also, right? Gunnable has the potential to take out Andrea and the Queen of Desert if he's strong enough. And always do remember to go after the draft bonus increase. Draft of 5 heroes from the same faction. You can even remove Toku, right? But you need to be strong enough above the enemy's overall power. That's not sufficient, as you can see. Now this is sufficient. Gunnable can be put in number 1, preferably. And with the disarm ability that our lovely friend Catastrophe has, right? He comes in beneficial from stopping the enemy from using his unique skill. And then we have the Chainsaw Massacre Mr. Friday, who does damage immunity and decreases the enemy's HP and damage resistance. And Catastrophe comes in handy in this because he can put that chain thing on the electric arc and stop the electric arc Andrea from actually performing her special attack, which can wipe out your entire team. So that's the last formation using Catastrophe and how it can benefit your team. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in to this new video. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Forgive me because I'm still feeling under the weather. I would love to hear more of your comments and feedback on what can be improved in the video and in the series. xwar, I am stuck, help me. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.